In the time-honored world of the British royal family, where traditions stretch back centuries and duty is the cornerstone of every royal action, sudden shifts in protocol or behavior are not only rare, they are almost unthinkable. Royalty is defined by its adherence to an established order, a system of rituals and expectations that govern every moment of daily life. And yet, in the midst of such an unwavering structure, a single, unexpected moment of change occurred that none could have foreseen. It began with the young Princess Charlotte, the only daughter of the Prince and Princess of Wales, whose simple yet profound conversation would shake the very foundations of an event that many thought would be a routine display of royal unity. The moment in question unfolded against the backdrop of an already tumultuous period for the British royal family. The death of Queen Elizabeth II had cast a long shadow over the monarchy, and the period of mourning had been marked by uncertainty, not only about the future of the crown, but also about the very dynamics within the royal family itself. Tensions had been brewing for some time, particularly between Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, and Queen Camilla. Both women, though united by their royal duties and public image, shared an undercurrent of rivalry, born not just of personal differences but also of the weighty history that defined their respective roles. The death of the Queen had only heightened these tensions, bringing long-standing issues to the surface. As the royal family prepared for the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II, there were many practical decisions to be made. Among them was the delicate issue of which members of the royal family should attend the funeral and in what capacity. It was an event that would be watched by millions around the world, and the royal family's every move would be scrutinized to the finest detail. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, though present in the UK at the time, chose to leave their children behind in Montecito, California. Prince William and Catherine, on the other hand, made the decision to leave their youngest child, Prince Louis, at home, bringing only their two eldest children, Prince George and Princess Charlotte, to the funeral. To the public eye, everything appeared to proceed as planned. Prince George and Princess Charlotte behaved with impeccable decorum, walking alongside their parents in a display of royal unity and strength. However, this carefully crafted image was not shared by everyone in the royal circle. Queen Camilla, known for her sharp observations and no-nonsense attitude, saw things differently. While the world watched with reverence as the royals paid their respects to Queen Elizabeth II, Camilla's eagle eye did not miss a single detail, and it was at that very moment that an unforeseen confrontation would take place, altering the course of the day. It began innocuously enough, one of those small, yet telling moments that only those familiar with the inner workings of royal life could fully appreciate. As Princess Charlotte and Prince George participated in the procession at Westminster's Wellington Arch, a minor incident occurred. George, in what seemed like a harmless moment of sibling rivalry, pinched Charlotte. The resulting yelp from the young princess was brief, but it was enough to catch the attention of Queen Camilla, who immediately turned her gaze toward the children. While many would have dismissed this as an ordinary moment of childish behavior, Camilla was not one to let such things slide unnoticed. The Queen's reaction was swift and sharp. She immediately gestured for Catherine to correct Charlotte, signaling for her to quiet her daughter. This small, seemingly insignificant moment of reprimand was not lost on those who were closely observing the royal family's dynamics. To the untrained eye, this might have seemed like a trivial moment, but to those who understood the intricate power dynamics at play, it was something much more significant. Queen Camilla, as step-grandmother to Charlotte, was in a delicate position. She was not her biological grandmother, and correcting the young princess in such a public setting could have caused a rift, even further straining the relationship between the two women. Body language expert Judy James offered insights into the implications of Camilla's actions. According to James, Queen Camilla's request for Princess Catherine to intervene spoke volumes about the roles each woman played in this royal drama. Charlotte, in particular, had long been seen as the one who adhered most strictly to royal protocol. Even at such a young age, she had developed a reputation for maintaining a sense of order and decorum at royal events. It was often Charlotte who played the role of the responsible sibling, keeping her brothers in check when necessary. Therefore, for Camilla to publicly reprimand Charlotte would have been not only inappropriate but also counterproductive to the carefully constructed image of unity the royal family sought to project. But what made this moment even more intriguing was the presence of Meghan Markle. Throughout the funeral, the Duchess of Sussex had remained largely reserved, offering little in the way of public emotion or reaction. However, during this moment, when Queen Camilla's displeasure with Charlotte became apparent, Meghan's reaction was subtle but telling. Standing nearby, she watched the exchange between Camilla and Charlotte with an expression that many observers would describe as empathetic. According to Jeremy Freeman, a lip-reading expert, Meghan seemed to offer a small, understanding smile to Charlotte. This fleeting, almost imperceptible gesture was not lost on those who knew the complexities of Meghan's relationship with the royal family. While she had distanced herself from royal life in recent years, this brief display of empathy toward Charlotte was a poignant reminder of her own experiences within the monarchy. For the royal family, this moment was not just a passing incident, it marked a significant shift in the public perception of their inner workings. The royal family's carefully curated image of unity and harmony had always been an essential part of their appeal, but this moment, like so many others in recent years, revealed that beneath the polished exterior, tensions were simmering just below the surface. The royal family's internal struggles had been quietly playing out for some time, but it was during this pivotal moment at the funeral that many began to realize just how fragile that unity truly was. The coronation of King Charles III, which followed shortly after, was supposed to be a moment of celebration and transition, a blending of centuries-old traditions with modern flair. Held in the iconic Westminster Abbey, the coronation marked Charles's long-awaited ascension to the throne, and the world watched as he was crowned king in a stunning display of royal regalia and solemn ceremony. The atmosphere inside the abbey was one of grandeur, with golden candles casting a warm glow over the proceedings, and the echoes of choral music filling the space. Outside, crowds gathered in the streets of London, their cheers resonating even within the ancient walls of the abbey as the royal procession made its way to the altar. At the forefront of this procession were Prince William and Princess Catherine, accompanied by their 3 children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. The young royals played significant roles throughout the day's proceedings, with George serving as one of the king's pages of honor, Charlotte maintaining her ever-poised and composed demeanor, and little Louis making a valiant effort to fit the gravity of the occasion. Despite the charm and dignity they brought to the event, it was clear that, beneath the surface, the tensions within the royal family were far from resolved. The coronation was not just a moment of regal celebration, it was the perfect stage for the simmering tensions within the royal family to come to the forefront. The unspoken grievances and unresolved issues that had been brewing for years became more apparent with each passing moment. The carefully constructed image of royal unity began to fracture, and what was meant to be a majestic occasion instead became a focal point for the royal family's ongoing struggles. And as King Charles III sat upon the throne, crowned in gold and surrounded by centuries of royal history, one thing was certain: this was not just a moment of triumph, but also a beginning of a new chapter in the monarchy's ongoing evolution. The world watched as the royal family navigated their personal struggles, their public duties, and the weight of centuries of tradition that they could not escape, no matter how hard they tried. For those who are captivated by the intricate web of royal drama, the unfolding tensions within the British monarchy are only just beginning to reveal their true depth. To explore these stories, secrets, and the hidden truths behind the palace walls, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Keep following us as we uncover the most compelling and dramatic royal stories, full of intrigue, luxury, and untold histories.